Hello everybody and welcome to the Lazy Craig Show. Today I'm going to talk about Fear the Walking Dead Season 4 episode Close Your Eyes. So what I'm going to do is the same as last week, where I give my opinions on the episode and I also recap the episode and give my opinions along the way as well. And like last week, first of all I would do a non-spoiler opinion. Again, I thought this was quite a good episode. It was the kind of episode a lot of people will call filler, but what can also be commonly referred to as a bottle episode, because it only focuses on a couple of characters. It actually only focuses on Alicia and Charlie, and it's basically on one set. And a lot of people do call these filler episodes, and a lot of people don't like them, especially with The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead did these kind of episodes a lot. A lot of people complained, but what those people generally fail to realise is that they're actually character development episodes, and they're very, very important in the plot when it comes to developing the character and getting the character to the position and state of mind that they need to be in for future events. I did think it was a very, very good episode actually. Like I said, it was just Alicia and Charlie. And I think the acting from both actresses was top notch. Again, I use top notch a lot sometimes, well, not a lot sometimes. I think both actresses did do very, very well. A lot of emotion going on as well, and it was a very, very good episode. So definitely recommend watching it if you haven't. Now I'll talk about actually what happened in the episode. So from now on, it will be spoiler. So if you haven't seen it and don't want to know, turn away now. Okay, so it follows on from last week's episode where Alicia left Morgan, but we're with her straight away at the house, and this is actually the house from the trailer where she does the double kill, and she actually clears the family in the house out. There were like 4 family members, and now we know what the weapons were. Obviously, the first weapon was the pipe she has with the holes in it, which looks like one of those steam kind of pipes they have on trucks and stuff. And the other weapon was actually a statue of the Washington Monument. So you're not going to really notice this because of the fact that this is going to be seamless. But there was actually a 15-minute delay in my recording between talking about the weapons and now, due to the fact that I believed I had 10 minutes to record, and my in-laws decided to come 10 minutes early instead of when they actually said they would, so I was delayed and standing around for 15 minutes waiting. So back to the episode recap. Alicia killed the family, like I said. They're all walkers though, obviously. She didn't just kill people. She dragged all the bodies into the yard. She posed them just like one of the photos, because for some reason, as a family, they took a photo in the dirt. I don't know why. It was weird. And eventually she dumped all the photos on the yard. She didn't, I think it was down to the fact that she didn't like seeing photos of a happy family, considering the fact that her family has actually been torn apart. There's no one left of her family now, because obviously her dad died in a car crash years ago, or years prior. Her brother's dead, her father's dead, her stepdad's dead. Everyone from her family is dead. So now she has to have a new family. But so, it's hard to look at a new family like that. I mean, if you've had anyone in your family die, you know how hard it is to look at that same role in a family. Like for me, my granddad, every time I see granddads in TV, movies, shows and stuff, it's just tough. But she obviously not liking this. She does check the basement out because obviously there's a storm coming, so she needs to prepare for the storm. But the basement's flooding because there's a vent in the basement with a hole, and so all this water is coming through. So it's actually flooding the basement. And to be honest, you could tell a mile off that this was actually going to come back into play, because it does come back into play later on. But I will get back to that a bit later, because some things happen obviously before that I need to explain. Sorry, my nose is itching a lot for some reason. It's after this that she kind of discovers that there's someone else in the house. Although first of all, she sees a walker in a tree, stuck in a tree, on like a balcony kind of thing. And I'm not sure what we would call it, because it's like the roof, but that's been turned into a balcony. I'm not really sure if you'd still call that a balcony, or maybe it's a deck. I don't know. It's a typically American term that I don't know, because we don't really do that kind of thing in the UK. It's really typical American thing, and I've never learned the name for it, to be honest. It seems like a balcony, if I'm honest. When she sees that walker, she realizes there's actually someone else in the house, so she says, if you come out, I won't kill you, blah, blah, blah. And then they come out, and it turns out it's Charlie. So obviously Charlie ran away from the house with Luciana. So this is where she ended up running to. And, Alicia ain't happy about seeing her for obvious reasons, because of the fact that she killed Nick. So she's really not happy about seeing her. She kind of wants to kill her, but she's not going to kill her. Because Alicia, she killed her brother, but she's still just a kid, to be honest. She then discovers that Charlie covered all the walkers with sheets. And the box of photos that Alicia put outside, because she took all the photos down, put them in a box. Charlie took them back inside, and she's actually looking at them and sorting them out. I'm not really sure what she's doing to sort them out, but she's looking through them, and I think she's kind of remembering her own family, because they were supposed to go to a beach or something when everything happened, and her family got turned into walkers, which she does tell Alicia later on. And they do try and work together to lock the house down, to batten up the hatches. I think that's the term, batten, or is it button? I don't know. To make sure everything's flattened, because in America they have the window flap things that flap a lot and all that, so they have to try and nail it all down, and then put furniture up against the windows. But the one problem with Charlie is that she seems like she wants to die, to be honest. She actually goes onto this balcony deck thing and walks up very close to the walker, and Alicia hears it because of the wind coming in the house. And Alicia goes and rescues her, and it seems as though she does want to die, because obviously her life has been turned upside down as well. Her family's dead. She talks about how the last memories that she has of her family are of them turning into walkers, and that she doesn't think she'll ever remember them as anything but walkers. It's quite sad, to be honest. Because obviously losing your family is a horrible thing, but then seeing them turn into something that will try and kill you is probably even worse. The reason she does explain that the reason she's trying to keep the pictures arranged is in case anyone comes looking for the family. But Alicia obviously gets mad about that, because she says that no one's going to come looking, and anyone who cared is long gone. Then at some point the storm gets even more intense. It blows a screen through the window. A screen is what one of those things they put over it. It's sort of like a mosquito thing, I think. I have them on my windows, but they're actually attached rather than the flapping kind. And it basically breaks through the window. Zombie walkers get blown away by the wind. And then they decide to go in the basement. Told you it'd come back into play. But the basement's flooded, like a lot. It's really high this time. And so they go down into the basement, and then Alicia decides to go back up to the house. But suddenly, boom! And there's like this weird explosion-y thing that probably shouldn't have happened the way it did, but it did. And it basically leaves them trapped in the basement with the water flooding up. And they find boxes to stand on. And it's at this point that Charlie asks if Alicia's still got the gun she took off her. And she asks her to kill her. And this is where she kind of tells the story, I think. I think she told it then anyway, or she told it early on, actually. And she asks Alicia to kill her because she doesn't want to turn into a walker. It's quite sad. And this is the point where their acting took it up another level. Alicia's especially, because like she was remembering about her family and stuff, and her mum, and she couldn't pull the trigger, and she kind of broke down in tears. And she's not able to do it. And then the same walker was up in the tree, falls down. I think the tree falls down as well, actually, and breaks open the door of the basement, because the basement actually was locked. It had a chain on it, which Alicia probably should have checked beforehand when she realised it was flooding. But then again, there were walkers actually outside the house, so it probably wasn't that safe to go. And then they both escape through this open door. Kills the walker. Then buries the family, properly. Actually gives them burial and talks about how she left Morgan. And then they go back to the house that Strand and Luciano are staying at, and that's a bit destroyed. And then they see the bus that John and June were staying on, and that's like turned over, and they're not there because obviously, like I said before, it's all about separation and desperation. Desperation being that Charlie's desperate to die, Alicia's desperate for something to find some spark within herself to be just like her mother who tried to save everybody. It was a very good episode. Like I said, the chemistry between the two actresses is actually fantastic, and they both acted very, very well. Overall, it was a great episode. Like I said at the beginning, though, a lot of people will see it as a filler episode, but it was very much character development. It was about an evolving relationship between Alicia and Charlie. Maybe Alicia taking a big sister role to Charlie, helping her through everything. Because they did a bit at the end where they were driving, and because Charlie had never been to a beach, she was explaining the beach to her so she could feel what it was like to be there. And then in that moment, she remembered what her family actually looked like before they were walkers, which was quite nice. I did very much like the dynamic between the two. Although Alicia seems a little bit defeated, like she's not willing to go look for anyone for John and June. I think she's decided that they're all gone, which is very, very against what her mother believed in, because her mother would have gone looking. Her mother would have tried to save everyone. But like I said, it was a very, very good episode. It seems though next week's episode might be about Morgan. So I'm wondering if that will also be a bottle episode, or filler episode, as a lot of people call them, when they don't actually understand what character development means. Because unfortunately, a lot of people they see character development as something that should happen inside a massive story-based episode. But the thing is, with character development, it's hard to do. You can't do it that often in story-based episodes. You can, but it's very, very slow character development, and you can only do it for like a couple of characters. And it's so slow that it just doesn't work. Like, that's why they have these episodes, so they can dedicate the entire hour to the actual development, and then the development seems more real. Even if the episode itself takes place over just a day, it seems more real because you see more of it. Like, if you had 5-10 minutes of Alicia in one episode and everyone else was in it as well, like, what kind of character development is that? Like, you need to see it. You need to see the relationship blooming between her and Charlie. You can't do that in a long episode with everyone else. You need it as a singular episode, and a lot of people don't get that. But I did like it. I'd probably give it 8 to 9, to be honest. I mean, I gave last week's 8.5. I probably would give this more of an 8. But that's more because of the fact that I love John and Morgan so much, and they weren't in it, which sucked. But like I said, it was a very, very good episode, and I'm looking forward to more. So I do hope you enjoyed this. Oh yeah, the CGI wasn't that bad either. The one where the zombies flew away, and the CGI was actually a lot better than last week's. But that's the end of it anyway. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Watch my previous videos. Comment below what you thought of the episode, and if you're looking forward to next week's episode with Morgan. Like, subscribe, and have a good day. Bye.